Alright, hello and welcome to Panacea Poets, a little online reading series curated by Queensland Poetry Festival. My name is Toby Fitch and I'm beaming across to you from Newtown in Sydney on unceded Gadigal Land. I pay my respects to Aboriginal elders past, present and emerging. I'm introducing this edition of Panacea Poets as the poetry editor of Overland and one of the judges of the 2019 Overland Judith Wright Poetry Prize for New and Emerging Poets. Because that's who'll be reading in a moment, the winners of said prize. And to introduce them, I'm going to read some of the notes that my fellow judges, poets Michael Farrell and Ellen Van Neven, and I wrote to justify our selections. All right, so our first runner-up is GARCIA-DOLNIK, who is a mixed-race Filipinx writer, editor and harpist working on unceded Gadigal Land and a poetry editor with Voiceworks. No Language for White Man is their poem, and it disrupts with the textures of a writer exhibiting an innate knowledge of what it is to be othered by language, and one who can reframe the frame into unique song. With an emotive Filipino-Australian slant, and great use of rhythm, lingo and portmanteau, this poem is a clever, musical and generous gift to any who encounter it.
Hello. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I live and write and on which this video is being recorded, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. As we come together in poetry and story in these difficult and heartbreaking times, it's especially important now as ever to acknowledge the knowledges, learnings and storytelling traditions espoused on this land, as well as recognise that sovereignty was never ceded. This was and always will be Aboriginal land. My name is GARCIA-DOLNIK and I'll be reading my poem, No Language for White Man. No Language for White Man. The young sit effresia in bottom yard where it bloom best, feline in mungifera where he move best. So much living in pastime, riverbank where kindred set it down best. That no language for white man. Sitting coat up on stick for scareway bird pulse not for white man. Holy city rice terrace stretch green into no white land. Hang low breadfruit beckon for telly truth to my problem. All country say solution to my problem. Living in it rhythm burn fruit of coconut tree for brown hand, but that no language for white man. Sand stretch sensory above eye frontier to nickling tap history on coconut floorboard. Visayas break bread with their departures. All that country sing no language of white man. Country tell with durian tree what your problem. Country, point with thick lip to beach bank for my problem. Kids sing loud Le Roncinta for my problem. All country, say your solution for my problem. Tita with pearl earring fastened to rubber skin for my problem. Lolo listen softly to Bandila for my problem. Lola make pansip with calamansi, all lemon and kikamin for my problem. No white word salt enough for my problem. No white language pumice enough for my problem. No white language poor and brown enough for my problem. No white language brown for country enough. No country black and brown without white enough. No country have language for white man enough. No country for white man ever enough.
So, in first place was Dan HOGAN, who's a writer and public primary school teacher from San Remo, currently working on Darug Country. They also run DIY literary organisation Subbed In. And their winning poem, No Alarms, could be said to have a strong tentativeness, intending towards a prose poem, but not becoming one, intending toward cut-up, but resisting that difficulty. No Alarms, despite its multi-directionality, finds clearings in the mind. Its strong sense of style helps, asking, are you revolted in the right way? And what is the warmest document type? This is exemplary rhetorical questioning, the originality and feel for language avoiding the traps of mundanity and complaint. The tonality of the poem is animated through its continual shifting of voice so that despite a great line like misery during the work shirt donning process, No Alarms is nonetheless a poem of warmth and humour.
Hear the tramp of feet, they swing along and sing a song of happiness complete. The rising sun tells of a new day coming. Men of skill and might to work are going. Slowly, the fruits of industry are growing. Here they come, in the sun, back we run. Hallelujah, night is done.
No alarms. Give the brigalows time to impersonate metal. Fold the reminders like bed sheets. Ignore the echoes. Are you revolted the right way? Mosquito into the tidiest corruptions. Zap. Soak the stains. Ear against the wall. Diagnose water hammer. Put the email address here if you are sending a copy you do not want the other recipients to see. It's always home time somewhere, but don't tell anyone. Come bearing data. Using techniques, never live it down. Somewhere a landlord is kissing another landlord.
Smooch.
Please clap. Consider the executive sated. Boil the kettle. Pour the tea. Pray for meteorites. Oblivion coldens quickly when there is no one to take a photo. Steam tentacles stopping in the air. Nobody actually knows how to count to 10. Fake it till you make it. Quake-happy fault lines at the edge of the whole disgusting sky. Please clap. Not tired, just playing with my 8-ball eyes. Misery during the work shirt donning process. Head hole problems before breakfast. A curse nexus. That feeling when it's Thursday all day. The best part of being stuck in traffic on your way home from work is being late to the work you have to do for work after work. Clouds standing sentinel with their rain bodies above Old Guildford. The sky is about to happen. Please clap. Would you say your depression has a purpose? The air might be air-conditioned, but who is ringing the bell? Ignore the previous email. This meal needs a nap. Please remember me to your boss and payroll manager. Dead leaves on the bonnet. New window wipers work. Couldn't sleep because dreams were movies that kept rewinding. Running early for once. Do yourself a favour and don't. Please clap. Do X number of things for Y number of means. Portending the spectre of an ending, remember to send me your bank account details for dinner. Emit an electricity of unshakable compliance until the dawn of a new contract. Slurp, slurp. Locomotion and food and why. False mirror enabled, so on and so forth. What is the warmest document type? What is the opposite of a chandelier? Is it fern spores? Submission without the act of submission? 10 days sick leave. A multiplicity of forces with no discernible origin. The doctors will call this a way of being on medication. Reports are due. No time to grieve for lost futures. TGIF. Please clap.